Good morning, welcome to Manchester Piccadilly. Today is Wednesday the 28th of May 2025 and I'm here to go up north. So the West Coast Main Line has a bunch of engineering works on today, which also means that there are some cool routes for me to tick off. The main one being an Avanti West Coast service doing Glasgow to Blackpool. Now that's such a weird route because you have to reverse at Preston, so I thought let's go and do it. So I'm here at Manchester Piccadilly. Train's in about 10 minutes and we've got to get up there first with TransPennine Express. So let's go. I'm now here at platform 14, which our train departs from. The opposite side of Manchester Piccadilly to where everything else is. It is a 9:21 that we're going on as far as Carlisle. And it also turns out that first class is at the front of the train, which is exactly where I need to go. So I've got about 5 minutes until the train's expected to be here. So yeah, let's wait and get on board, shall we? It's always a freight service that delays our train. Oh well. It's not like I'm needing it to be too punctual anyway today, because we do have a lot of time in Carlisle before the train back down. So it's a good thing to get this out of the way first then.
This is Manchester Piccadilly. This is a TransPennine Express service to Glasgow Central.
On board now.
Please speak to a member of staff or text the British Transport Police on 61016. If you see it, say it and we'll sort it.
So I thought I'd show you guys around the seat. So currently we've got a big table. This is a table of 2. And we've got someone joining me at Preston anyway. The seat itself, got an armrest on each side, both of them flip up. Alongside the armrest you also have a 3-pin plug socket and USB-A. Quite nice. The seat itself has a decent recline to it. It's also very comfortable with a nice little headrest. So yeah, pretty good.
This is a TransPennine Express service to
It's pulled onto the West Coast Main Line. Looks like it might rain as well. Here we are at Preston, where my friend's supposed to be joining me. In fact, I saw them on the platform, so I know that they're joining me. They came and got my order for breakfast, so I got the sweet berry waffles. It's quite good. I just thought as well that I'd just show you the menu that's on offer on first class with TransPennine Express on the West Coast Mainline based routes. Today I got the waffles as well as a hot chocolate and a caramel wafer, which was very nice. Anyway, we are now pulling in to Lancaster. I don't know what the time limit is. We're one late. They've started to take down the scaffolding over here and it looks nice. Here we are pulling into Oxenholme Lake District, and you can see out there the views are gonna get nice, but obviously we're coming back down on the train from here, so I won't record too much on this train, so that obviously when we're going to Pendolino, which is a more interesting part, we'll be able to actually, you know, save the views for you guys for then. But yeah, now we're leaving Oxenholme. If any of you guys watched the Pendolino review, you'll know just how much I like racing cars down motorway, like past a motorway on a train. And this section is something that I've always wanted to look at out of the window for so long, and that is the M6 Freeler Lake District. And that's kind of what we're doing now. Although as soon as I started recording, we've went into a cutting. Penrith, this is a town that I've also been to. Fun fact about Penrith, I think the castle has some great positioning if you want a Mackey's. Because there is the castle, which is outside the station, and a McDonald's across the road from it. One question that I must ask then, is that like, did the king of this area in like...
This is Penrith.
In like the olden days, do you think if he ever like got hungry, he just popped across the road to get a Mackey's? There we go. And that was TransPennine Express in first class between Manchester Piccadilly and Carlisle. So we have about 2 hours here now until our Avanti West Coast train. So that costed me about £29.10 with a rail card to travel on an advance single, booked around a month in advance on this train, which, if I'm going to be honest, that is a bargain, considering that you get a hot meal and drinks and refreshments throughout the train. The staff also were absolutely lovely, did their best for every passenger. So I'm going to say, you know, like TransPennine Express, you've really upped your game on the first class. So yeah, that train heads off to Glasgow Central. We're unable to go all the way there because we'll miss the train if we head all the way up there. So yeah, so we've got about 2 hours here in Carlisle. So I'd say let's look around because I haven't actually been to Carlisle in a good little while. Carlisle is actually a lovely station. I'm surprised I haven't actually came here sooner. Yeah, I can tell why people compare this station to Newcastle, because I do get Newcastle vibes from here, but like on a smaller scale. This is a Avanti West Coast operated station, and you get services from Northern and ScotRail also stopping here. Yeah, look at this bridge. I mean, it's got like some scaffolding over it there, but I must say that is a lovely bridge. So yeah, I think we're just going to spend some time here. Should we go into Carlisle itself? Yeah, let's have a look around Carlisle.
They've got the castle, of course, as well.
They've got a castle, but it costs a fortune to get in. This seems pretty cool. I know that this place is called, well, I know that the station is called Carlisle Citadel, so I think it has something to do with that. But ignoring all of the roadworks, because it looks like they're installing like bike infrastructure, good on them. But I think that could be the Citadel. And yes, we were correct about that. So you know what? I have a good mind. Now I know as well that people love their blue plaques, but I think we have a brown plaque here, which might be for more grueling things, because this thing here marks the last public execution in Carlisle. Well, someone's died here, so that's nice. And here we are at Carlisle Cathedral. As you can probably tell by all of these things, it was quite a big and important city because it's so close to the English-Scottish border, and we all know what history is like. And here we are crossing the bridge over the outer road of Carlisle to Carlisle Castle. Now, it is owned by English Heritage, so you do have to pay to get inside, and to be fair, as much as I'd love to come and do these things, I don't really have the money to spend on an English Heritage membership to actually be able to go around and explore it. But I guess we can enjoy its beauty from the outside, and maybe one day we can get English Heritage memberships and visit all the castles by train. I'm sure you'd love that. It's not a very big, tall, grand castle, but I feel like its purpose was more of a fortification rather than an actual residence. I might just be lying about this anyway, but I feel like the vibe that I'm getting off, I'm no history expert, I feel like it was like exclusively defence rather than having it be a residence of anyone. This is Carlisle Castle. And you can tell by the fact that this town has not only a citadel, it has a cathedral, and it has a castle. So this is like a big boy town. And get this as well, the castle has a moat. Yeah, when did you think the last time this actually got filled with water? But yeah, this is Carlisle Castle, which is, I'd say as far as castles goes, that's a pretty cool castle. Back at Carlisle. It's not a very grand entrance though, is it? I think they must have been doing some work to it. Well, I know for a fact that we may be north if even ScotRail's here. I think they run hourly services, if I'm not mistaken, to Dumfries, and then one train every 2 hours continues on to Glasgow Central the long way, I think. I might be incorrect, but yeah, here is a 156. And these are the platforms for the Settlement Carlisle and the Tyne Valley line. So here's a 158, a 3-car, so it has a nice seat. And as we come over here, a 397 that we just saw coming in is departing onwards to Manchester. We do have some time to wait for the train, although it is 10 minutes late, but we're in no rush. We're just gonna take it as it is. And yeah, we're just gonna enjoy time here in Carlisle. Now we're unsure on which side our train's going to be on. Well, our carriage is going to be on, because we've heard mixed signals. Yeah, we're at the other. Oh wait, no, we're up that way. Up that way.
Take a photo of that.
Well, Blackpool North, next stop Penrith. That's not something that you see every day. And boom, standard premium. Which, oh, of course we're at the other side. It's these ones. So obviously I've done a video on these trains in standard premium before. I did do a full review of this train and the Evro in standard premium, so it's kind of doing stuff that we've already done, but this time I get to sit in a table of 4 and not feel guilty about taking it away from people, because this train is absolutely empty. Well, this specific carriage. But yeah, it's nice to be on one of these, and it's weird to be going all the way to Preston, to Blackpool. I can't speak. But yeah, anyway, here we go, leaving Carlisle. I'm not sure why all the window blinds are like that.
know, yeah.
We are leaving Carlisle now. Now, I've just left Penrith on the train, and I managed to go and grab some food from the onboard shop. So this time I got a packet of lightly sea salted crisps, and on top of that, some good old shortbread fingers, because I feel like, to me, that is like quintessential I'm on a train in the UK food. A few observations so far on this train. Barely anybody on it. I could count some of the people in one carriage, on like a few of the carriages, on one hand. I'm pretty sure it was the same for all of the ones that I went through. Still no one else in standard premium so far, but there are a few people on board. Just not many. We're going to pass through all the beautiful scenery of the Lake District. In fact, I can see some over there, the distant hills. So many good views along this line.
Yeah, because that's looking down onto Kendal now, I want to say.
Oh yeah, because we're approaching Oxenholme. I think before we get into Oxenholme, I do want to say one thing though. And the Lake District's cool and all, but the other side of that is the coast. And you know what's also on that coast? The Cumbrian coastline. I want to do that one day. So if you guys want me to, you know, like, have a day out on the Cumbrian coastline, then make sure to tell me. Make sure to go into my comments and go, Vex, I want you to have a day out on the Cumbrian coastline. Because, yeah, I really want to do it. Yeah, I think we are now approaching Oxenholme Lake District, where you can change for Lake District and Windermere. One thing that I will say, Oxenholme Lake District seems like a very good station to come and visit one time as well. I think one of the things that like I realise when you go out on like train journeys like this is just how much you want to go about on places. I think the list of places that I want to go, they like you 2,000 page Google Doc on like where I want to go. Because every time that I go out to places, I'm like, okay, this station looks cool, I want to spend an hour here. Or, oh, that line, I really want to go out on that. So, yeah, that's like the main struggle of being a rail enthusiast and a YouTuber who does that. I'm like, oh my goodness, imagine a video where I go on that line. I must say though, like, the scenery on this line, I think like the West Coast Main Line might actually genuinely be my most favourite route. Even though the scenery here is nowhere near as you know, impressive as the Lake District, it is still, you know, like absolutely lovely. I do love coming down this route, and I do love the West Coast Main Line because yeah. So passing the Flower Bowl at Barton Grange, it means that we don't actually have too much time until we get into Preston. I think it's only like what, 5-10 minutes until we get there, where the train reverses, which is going to be weird to go on an Avanti train that reverses. But yeah, Preston's not too far out. Journey's flown by. So one thing that is quite often the case on these services, because of the engineering routes, they usually add a lot of padding into it. So you see here, we're like, this train was 2 minutes late before we got there. Carlisle was on time. We got to Penrith 1 late, then we got to Oxenholme 2 minutes early, and then on top of that, so we got into Preston, look at that, into Lancaster 5 minutes early. And then, in Preston, we are currently arriving roughly 3 minutes early, and we're not due to leave for 24 minutes. So how are we supposed to spend 24 minutes of time on this train? So yeah, we just got a bit of time here in Preston on platform 3, which is lovely. Why is it so quiet? Have a look outside. Why did they give us such long turnaround times here?
Yeah.
Heading out of Preston now, and it's only just like a short, like 15 to 20 minutes over to Blackpool. I can't lie, this journey has flown by, mostly besides the fact that we were sat in Preston for about 25 minutes. But besides that, like, I can't believe that it's already nearly over. But yeah, it's honestly so relaxing. I feel like I could be on here for so much longer. And these seats in Standard Premium, they're probably some of the best on trains in the UK right now. So as you can see, now approaching, but we're basically almost stopped, so make sure you've got everything with you. I have everything with me. Off this train. Okay, yeah, let's go to the front. Because there's also something very interesting about this train, which you might have noticed when we did end up getting on this train at Carlisle. you might have noticed that the unit number of this train is a little bit different to what it normally is. Now we're on 390-016, which is also known as 390-200 because this is the train that they've branded especially for Railway 200, the event that's kind of going on because, you know, 200 years since Stockton and Darlington opened. I think that's pretty cool. It's my first time actually seeing this unit and riding on it, so yeah. Well, that was a lovely journey with Avanti West Coast from Carlisle over here to Blackpool North. I must tell you though, it felt like it was a lot shorter than what it was supposed to be. Maybe it's just because I haven't actually ridden trains down that portion much, but it definitely felt shorter than when I was with TransPennine Express in first class. So this journey from Carlisle to Blackpool North in Standard Premium costed me £22.30, which is again another pretty good upgrade cost compared to standard class. I mean, usually when you upgrade on the day, the upgrade cost tends to be 20 quid. So considering that I got a advanced single in standard premium, basically considering that I got a ticket that is practically just the cost of an upgrade anyway, is actually quite good value for money. And I must say that doing this for under 50 quid is definitely something really good value for money. I tell you, these advanced singles can be very nice. But yeah, I'm now in Blackpool. Please help. But yeah, if you did enjoy this video though, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. This is still a new channel. Many of you guys may recognize me from my other main channel, but this is a completely new channel. It's completely separate where I make real life train content. So if you do want to see more stuff like this, then please make sure to like and subscribe because it helps out a ton and it makes me able to make more stuff like this. So yeah, I've been Vex. Thank you for watching this video and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.